And right now it's time for the Bell Breakdown. There it is. I've been waiting to hear that all day.
But it's there.
All right, well, Josh Bell joins us now to give us his review on Little Women and Spies in Disguise, and I'm so excited about both of these movies.
Well, you can be excited for one of them.
Okay.
Because maybe
wow,
the better
he's so
way to look at it.
honest.
He is very honest, brutally honest.
It's Christmas. People are taking their families to the movies. It's one of the biggest days at the movies of the entire year, so you want to make a good choice.
Absolutely. It's actually a family tradition of mine. We always go to the movies on Christmas. So
Wonderful.
I'm wondering, Little Women, is that the one that we should go and see?
I think that is the one.
Okay.
And I loved this movie. Obviously, it's based on the classic novel. There have been numerous versions of it brought to the screen over the years. There's one from 1994 with Winona Ryder that's especially beloved. This version is written and directed by Greta Gerwig, who made Lady Bird, which was a great film, obviously a contemporary story. This movie is set in the 1860s. It's about the March sisters, played by Saoirse Ronan and Emma Watson, Florence Pugh and Eliza Scanlon, and their sort of tribulations growing up, their difficulties fitting into what society expects for them. And this is just a wonderfully acted movie. It mixes the story up a bit and tells it in a non-linear fashion, which gives it a more modern edge. Greta Gerwig is known for sort of smaller indie type films, and there's a bit of that looser feel to this, but it still captures the timeless quality of the story. It is family friendly if you're going to the movies with your family, maybe not little kids, but it's a PG rated movie, I believe. And it's just warm and enveloping. It's sweet, but it's not hokey. And honestly, I think this is one of the best movies of the whole year.
Wow, that is a big compliment coming from
I was
Josh
gonna
Bell.
say, is that rare to hear from you?
I mean, there's only so many that can be the best. But yeah, I mean, I've been, as we get to the end of the year, working on my top 10 list, and this is my number 2 pick of the year. So
wow.
I think this movie is really good. And there's been some social media talk recently about whether men will go see this. And it's just a great movie with great actors. Go see it.
So regardless, men, women, you would recommend everyone go see
Yeah,
this?
again, if you got the family home for the holidays, check this one out.
I love that.
All right, let's talk about Spies in Disguise. That must be the one that you are not recommending so
Yeah.
much.
There are some big names in this movie, though.
There are, yeah. Will Smith is the star of this, the voice star. It's an animated film. Him and Tom Holland, who people know as Spider-Man, they're the two main voice stars. It also has Rashida Jones and Reba McEntire, and they always pack these animated movies with celebrities.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the celebrities kind of sound bored, I think. This is maybe the movie that people are going to try to take their kids to for the holidays. You think it's animated, it's good for kids. Will Smith turns into a pigeon.
I was about to say that. Yeah, he turns into a pigeon, so that's just
that's something.
interesting. Yeah.
That's something.
While still functioning as a spy.
Exactly. He's this sort of James Bond type secret agent, and he's been framed, and he's got to go on the run, and Tom Holland plays the weird scientist guy who tells him, I know how you can hide. I'm going to turn you into a pigeon. And so that happens. It's a stupid idea, obviously, but I mean, it's a silly animated movie.
Sure.
It could still be fun. I think they just don't really know what to do with this idea. It's from Blue Sky Studios, who made the Ice Age films that are kind of the third, fourth tier animated movies, and the animation is okay. The story is not that interesting. Will Smith sounds like Will Smith, and somebody raps, as we were discussing in the break. We didn't remember who. It's not Will Smith. It's somebody else. I just had a tough time getting through this, and I think there's not much here. If you're an adult and you want to take your kids, there's barely anything here for you.
Wow.
I think I could speak for you when you say maybe go see Frozen 2 instead.
Yeah, Frozen 2 is still out and is a lot of fun. Obviously, there's a million animated movies available on streaming. Or, again, as long as your kids aren't really little, take them to see Little Women instead.
Okay. Josh Bell, thanks so much. That was the Bell Breakdown, special edition
Yes.
on this Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas to you, Josh.
Merry Christmas.